Good morning from the Renegade. It is April the 10th, I believe, already. And this morning I was thinking about bitterness. What grows bitterness? We hear that so often from Christians when they speak derogatorily about people who have left the church, people who have left the faith, people who have left Christianity. They will say something like, "Oh, you're just bitter," or you've been hurt. You're hurt, right? And it is such a gaslighting, invalidating expression that is actually the fertilizer for bitterness to grow. Bitterness is the result of always getting shut down, not being permitted to express your hurt, and to suppress it. And because we don't find empathetic ears and sympathetic ears and understanding hearts that allow for judgment-free expression of your pain, of your hurts, that is what causes pain to turn into bitterness, right? It's the result of invalidation, of not being seen, not being heard. And so I want to tell Christians today, stop pummeling hurt people with your Christian platitudes, with your invalidation, and face your own pain. Because I know that if you validate another person's pain from the religious abuse, that means you have to face your own, and you're just not ready. And so your ego, in defense of your own shadows and in defense of your mask, is going to shut down someone else exposing their pain, right? You are adding the fertilizer to making that pain grow into bitterness. That's your contribution through your denial, through your gaslighting, and through your invalidation of another hurting soul. So please do not vilify bitterness, and understand how bitterness is created, how bitterness is formed, by suppressing your pain, by suppressing your hurt, and by not allowing justice. And by justice, I mean that a person has to, if you think of the justice scales, right? To bring justice to your own being, to your own imbalance, is to allow these pains, these hurts, to rise to the surface, to be seen, to be heard, to be felt, to be acknowledged as true, as valid, and to not judge them as wrong. Right? To bring justice to yourself is to allow your hurts to rise to the surface, not in shame, but in healing. To acknowledge them and thereby bring justice or bring balance into yourself. That is the only way you're going to heal bitterness. It's really just that person that has turned bitter is just a person that has always been shut down And their pain, their unexpressed pain, and being invalidated and being misunderstood has just turned them sour. But that's not their fault. It's not their fault at all. It's just that the grape wine, the grape juice, was not able to be acknowledged, and it turned into bitter vinegar, right? So it's very important that your emotions get expressed, acknowledged, and validated. And a bitter person is just crying for someone to see them. So become aware. And when you feel tempted to shut down someone and call them bitter and having been hurt, yes, they have been hurt just as much as you have been hurt. Hurt, H-U-R-T. And the only difference is you have not acknowledged it in yourself, and you are still fermenting your own bitterness in the vats of your subconscious mind. And one day, as with all fermented things, is going to blow up. And that will become your awakening moment. So don't feel bad if the fermentation flask blows up, because that's the moment, the final moment when all of this stuff has to rise to the surface, right? And you would be surprised what love will do for any condition. Love heals. Love can heal bitterness.